Hi guys, welcome back. I've been making a costume for one of my characters. It's an original character, the Moon People, and I'm trying to make a ritual outfit. And this is some footage from the part 1 and part 2. So welcome to part 3. I'm constructing the mask, the chest piece, and all the little bits and bops. It's been taking me a while, but it's been fun trying to figure it out, even if things don't work out the way that I want. It's interesting trying to fix it and see how it could work better. Now I want to show you what I've been up to the past 2 weeks. Not gonna lie, when I started this project, I didn't think it would take that long, but turns out it does, especially when you're working now 2 jobs. They're both part-time, but even still, it takes up a lot of time. Anyways, here I'm trying to reinforce the chest piece because it's literally just one thin sheet of cardboard with a ton of mosaic tiles. So I figured if I doubled up on the cardboard, hopefully it will hold up better. I don't know how to fix it in the future. I was thinking maybe fabric or, I don't know, what do you put mosaic tiles on that's also flexible? Anyways, I put these rectangular square pieces of cardboard underneath the shoulder area. 1, so it would stay in place specifically on my shoulders. 2, so then there'd be support. 3, when I hang it up while I'm waiting to use it, it will rest on those shoulder blades instead of having the tiles crick and crack and fall off. A ton of the mosaic pieces have fallen off that I have to re-glue on, which stinks. But I'm hoping that reinforcing everything will help keep the shape and not totally get destroyed. As long as it's good for the photo shoot I'm going to do at the end, I guess that's what matters. Of course, in the future, I would love to make this a more permanent thing where I'm not worried about pieces falling, but I haven't figured that out. And for right now, cardboard and tiles, as well as hot glue, are my besties. After all the hot glue was dry, I went in with X-Acto knives to cut off the excess cardboard. I did try measuring it the best that I could, but of course there might be not perfect measurements because I'm not a perfect measurement person. And once that was done, I fixed up the little tiles that fell off. It was looking so cute and it was functioning way better. Here's the neck piece. I already gessoed it, so now I'm putting white on top so then I could paint over the white with any color that I want, so then I get it at its purest form. I was worried that painting on top of the foam pieces would make it too stiff, but luckily it was still pretty flexible post-drying. My grandma gave me a ton of curtains, so I decided to cut one up and make it as the cape, and I like how it fell, so I created this leaf shape. I wanted to have one of those see-through dead dry leaves as the inspiration for this cape, so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm cutting out the shape, then I have to pin it all. After that, I'll sew the edges, and hopefully I'll paint it. I'm not really sure. Since the paint dried on the waist armor, I'm painting it iridescent blue to give the illusion of the moonstones, so basically similar to the tiles on the chest piece. And here I'm painting the neck piece gold. I was a little worried to use this paint on the foam because it's meant for miniatures, but it actually worked well, and so did this iridescent paint. I did another layer to make sure that the colors weren't too see-through. I found this fabric at a thrift store and I decided to try dyeing it with the leftover dye that I had from personal projects that I was doing. While I waited for that fabric to go through the wash, I worked on my now dry waist piece. I added those designs that you see all over the moonstone and just went crazy with it. Nothing specific, just a bunch of square-esque things, swirly, and then dots and lines here and there. It was a lot to paint, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It was also nice not having a true plan. As long as I made these angular swirls, that's all that mattered. And when it was all together, it was really cool to look at. Here I'm making a paper stencil so then I could cut out a bunch of leaves from the fabric that I dyed, and then I could attach it to a dress. Here I am tracing it over and over again. It took a long time because there was a lot of fabric, but I was grateful for all the fabric because that will be able to cover my body. I folded the fabric in half, I pinned it down, cut them up, and then it was time to sew. I definitely messed up a few times, broke some needles, but obviously this was much faster than hand sewing. Even though this was faster, I had to do so many leaves that it took a very long time, much longer than I thought it would, and I was at this for a long time. I am happy with how the shape turned out. I'm not trying to go for perfection, I just want the illusion of leaves. I think eventually I'll redo this project with maybe foam, so then I could have more control over the shape and the design of it. For now, it's kind of like hand-sewn, scrappy-esque dress, and I'm fine with that, because I figured they lived in the woods, so not everything's going to be perfect. Also, my sewing skills aren't that great, so it is what it is. When I finished doing all the leaves, I wanted to make the veins of the leaf, and I figured, oh, maybe I could use embroidery string so it's thicker and you could see it more, but then I realized I probably need an embroidery string. So then eventually I shifted the dial and had the sewing type be the zigzag. It took a very long time, much shorter than what you see on the screen. Once those were all done, I tried sewing all the leaves onto the fabric with the sewing machine, and I broke many needles. I broke the top of one, and this one I bent it, so that really sucked. It came down to hand sewing, and I'm still in the middle of that. As I mentioned, I'm not working on YouTube full-time anymore, which stinks, but gotta pay those bills, so it is what it is. I still want to make videos, and I enjoy working on art projects, so I'm going to continue to post here. And if we tune into what's going on the screen, this is the waist armor. When I tried it on with the dress to see how many leaves I needed to actually sew on the dress, the waist armor was way too big and it made me look like a potato, so I shrunk it and it fit way better for my waist to dress ratio. I repositioned the Velcro and it laid significantly better on my body. And here's just more footage of me hand sewing more and more leaves on. I kind of just put it here and there so it lays nicely, and I'll try it on, see how it looks, take it off, sew it on more, try it on again, see if it looks like it's laying right, and if not, I fix it again. I think I really need to invest in one of those mannequins. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to check out my Etsy. I just did a fair yesterday and I sold so many old pieces that have just been sitting in my Etsy shop or in my art bin for years, and I'm so happy that they're finding new homes, and I'm really grateful for all the sales yesterday. Also, remember, I can always do custom pieces if you're interested. Remember to like and subscribe if you liked, check me out on other places, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.